What's going on, guys? Gonna try a little bit of a garage vlog. Gonna be replacing the gauge cluster lights on my E36. I don't know how this is gonna work with a helmet. So this is my 96 E36 328. So what we're gonna start with is gotta pull the steering wheel. So we've got 2 bolts behind the airbag here, 2 little T25 Torxes. Those are my Allens. So, this is what you need. If I drop this, I'm gonna be pissed. And hurry, gotta go pick up a Triumph. Hopefully, the freaking dealer fixed it. If you saw my last vlog. So, it's 27, 25. So as you can see right in there, I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, so zip this guy off here. Okay, that guy's loose. This is a rather simple job. I mean, the first time I did it it all within an hour. So this one is same spot over here. This one's just kind of a bitch to get an angle on it. Try it with this. There we go. So you pull these 2 off. One thing you should always do when messing with airbags is unplug your battery. These things do explode. Me personally, I've luckily never had that happen to me, but you should always do that. Alright, so you got 2 wires back here, ground, and then signal and power. And then that's a 2-prong plug, goes right there. This little guy goes in that little slot there. So there's your airbag. Race car status. 17 millimeter. Oh, these are some junk I took off my girlfriend's Fiat. If you got a Fiat 500 turbo, ditch those things. They won't last 20,000 miles. This. So, correction. That is a 16. You can do it by hand, but I prefer this way. Alright, when removing a steering wheel, always mark it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I've already done this since I've been in here once. Bottom line marked with white pen. Side is marked with white pen. There's that. We'll pull the steering wheel out of the way. You can undo this plug. I'm not really sure how it comes off. I've tried playing with it, but it's a clock spring, so it's kind of fragile, so I didn't mess with it a whole lot. I just kind of support it with my knee. And then, so you've got a screw right here. It's T20 Torx. T20 Torx. Do believe. Grab my T20. Yep. So we'll do that. Drop the T25. And then we'll go ahead and pull these guys out. It's a rather simple job. Okay, so then getting this out, there are these tabs that these screws go into. You gotta gently, because they're made of plastic and it's old German plastic, so Got to get underneath them, kind of pry it out a little bit. It's real easy to do. You just pry down on it, and she'll just come on out of there. Grab the lip. It's tight fit, so you got to pull straight out and give it a wiggle. Oh, there we go. So, there's that out. And now, these connectors on here, they're little switch, like snap connectors, so let me get them out of here and I can show you. I can't really get over there with that. And the gauge cluster's free. So that's how she looks. This is how these latches work. So, that's when they're locked into place. And this is inside, so you can see about that much of it. You have this little pin here that you can usually press down with your thumb, or you can reach in through the side and you hit it, and you push up on this white part. Push up on the white part, and it actually pushes that connector out of the back of the cluster or whatever it's plugged into. These BMWs have these all over the place in here, so just keep that in mind. They're fragile. The radio has something similar to that, and these old cars, it gets frail because all the heat back there, and if you can plug it out, unplug it and plug it back in without it breaking, you are a master. Alright, let's go to the workbench. Alright guys, here we are. Cluster's out of the car. To replace these bulbs, you don't have to do anything. There are a bunch of screws around here that you can undo to expose the guts of the cluster, but you don't want to do that because you'll snap that paper, and then that'll void any sort of warranty or any credibility on this car if you sell it or something like that. You know, because that's how you can get the odometer, which is digital. So maybe it won't ruin any credibility. Just ignore that. Alright, so these are all your warning lights and indicator lights. On the back of the cluster, shows you what they are. Alright, these three big green guys, those are the ones that light up the cluster actually. So I had already replaced mine with these red LEDs. I didn't like them very much. I got the terrible cheap Chinese things. Not anything that I would sell. So I think I got this whole bag for like 30 cents. So I'm going to go ahead until I can get my new LEDs, which I will go ahead and put a picture up somewhere at some time of what the new ones look like. But I'm not going to be getting those for about a month. I've got a lot of other stuff going on. But anyway, so you just pull the bulb out and put it in. And then these, if you can see, point up. So I like to do it with needle nose. So you put it in there, twist it for contact. Now this middle one goes opposite. This middle one sits sideways. So you put it in there up and down to start. Give her a little twist, and now she's sideways. Alright. Be gentle with these because they will snap the little pins that stop them. There you have it. It's that simple. And then to put it back together, you're just going to toss it all back in the same way it came out. Drop your steering wheel down. Unless you undid your clock spring and took it out, then you don't need to worry about all that. White plug goes in white. Blue plug goes in blue. Black plug goes in black. It's pretty simple. Gotta love the Germans. Snap. Crackle. And pop. We'll go ahead and put that puppy back together.